Welcome to the Limitless Entrepreneur Podcast, your weekly dose of strategies and mindset tools to build a business in alignment with your purpose and get you playing a bigger game. I'm your host, Nicole. Hello and welcome to the Limitless Entrepreneur Podcast, everyone. I'm your host, Nicole, and we are here with a little shorty episode for you this week. Monday, we do these tiny little episodes just to get you shot off into your week with something positive, something that you can take away with you and hopefully help you throughout your week. Today, we're going to be talking about, I have a little tip for each individual human design type. So this will be tailored to each individual type, something that you can, a tip that you can take in and use going forward in the rest of this week and forever and ever beyond this. It doesn't expire, the tip. Before we start, I do want to point out some things that we have going on here. We have some very exciting changes that are coming to this show. This show is getting a full overhaul and we cannot wait to bring those changes to you. And we would love to enlist your help. We are looking for people to join our relaunch team for this podcast. We're going to get a new name, some new artwork, all sorts of fun things, a little bit of a different direction. We're excited to bring them to you and we want you to be a part of it. Not only do we want you to be a part of it because that sounds like fun, we also have some really cool prizes for you. If you join us, you can be entered in to win all sorts of fun prizes. We even have an HD reading with me, a private HD reading, a reading on the show, all sorts of fun things that you can win if you join us for the relaunch team. We're going to drop the link for the sign-up sheet for that down in the show notes for you. We'll have the link for you there. You can also go to nicolelano.me and join our email list where we're emailing out asking people to join the podcast relaunch team. So we hope you join us because I hope you win the prizes and I hope that you join us in all the fun. It's going to be a lot of fun getting some new listeners together and some really exciting new content for you here and a bit of a new direction, a new name, and kind of new vibe for this show. We're refreshing everything. So cannot wait to bring that to you. Without further ado, let's talk about these tips that I have for each human design type. So as you probably know, if you've been listening to this show for a while, my number one thing is trust. How can we more deeply trust ourselves? How can we trust our process? How can we trust that we are guided? How can we trust that we are supported? And when you can trust, you can move more boldly through this life and you are held and you will get better results if you can hold the frequency of what you want while you are going after what you want, even when it's scary. So trusting, what we're doing with human design is we're teaching you how to trust more deeply and on a deeper level. We are also with human design, I recognize that there's a lot of times where we're telling you to do things that don't necessarily make sense with traditional advice in business. People will tell you that you should show up every day, that you should commit and stay committed no matter what. And you just have to max out all of your effort and just charge 1,000 miles per hour at the thing that you want. And while you can have some success that way, it's not sustainable because you're really unhappy or you've been doing that and it's not working. So human design can start to point you in a direction of how you trust. That might work for some people, that advice, and it's not going to work for some others. And if it hasn't worked for you, then I have some tips for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through, like I said, I'm going to make this a very quick episode so it can get you off with your day. But I'm going to run through each of the types and I'm going to speak about a little bit about how each type can trust more deeply and how to go about what you really need to be trusting in order to deepen your alignment. So let's start at the top of the energetic food chain, so to speak, with the manifestors, the ones who are deeply connected directly to the divine source, inspiration. They don't need to wait for something in the world to tell them to move. Now, everybody wants to be a manifestor because we think it sounds easier. I don't have to wait. They can just go. And it's true. They can move really, really fast in the direction of what they want when they want it. But it's waiting in between. So the thing that manifestors really need to trust is that waiting will bring them what they've been looking for. I know it doesn't sound like they're the only ones that don't have waiting in their strategy, but they are waiting. They're waiting for the thing that really is what they want to bring into the world. They have to want to be parents in order to be able to move the way that they move and to be able to sustain it for the time that they are meant to create the thing. They won't make it all the way to the end of the creation if they don't have the real creative urge behind it. And it's all about trusting that the creative urge will come. Most manifestors are resisting it. Most manifestors are like, is it here yet? Is it here yet? Is it here yet? And every type has some sort of vibe with, is it here? Is it here yet? Is it that yet? It's a little bit different for each one. For manifestors, it's like, am I done resting? Can I have it now? Can I go on this? Is this the thing? Is this the next thing? And the thing is that you have to trust. If you're a manifestor, you have to trust your timing, and you have to trust that when the time comes for you to move, you will move so fast, you will make up for all of the quote unquote lost time that you were waiting. Okay. So manifestors, you're going to trust the waiting. You're going to trust that the creative urge will come through and you'll know what it is. For manifesting generators, we'll go there next. We'll go to the hybrid, the manifesting generator. Manifesting generators, you're going to trust your wacky process. You're going to trust that even in the moments of distraction that feel like distraction, when you're like, I just need to get up and move my body. I just need to get up and go do this thing. There was a moment in my day today where I was in between working on things and I just wasn't able to focus. And traditionally it would be like, just sit and focus, just get it done, just push through, do the thing. And in my mind, I was like, I really want a chair for that corner of the room. I'm going to do a little online shopping. And I trusted that what feels like a very irresponsible thing to do, I trusted that doing it because I was excited about it, because I saw a catalog on my counter for Wayfair and I was throwing it away. I was cleaning up. I saw that, but I was like, ooh, furniture. And so I trusted that response was actually leading me somewhere. And then when I hopped online and I looked at a couple of sites and I looked at the West Elm site I looked at their account on Instagram and I'm looking at all of this stuff and then an idea came through and then I moved easier through the day. And then I was actually in a better mood and more open to accepting everything else. So just trust your wacky process. Trust you might feel easily distracted. You might have 3 or 4 things going on and you're bouncing between each one. Trust that process and don't get in your head about it because your head will keep you stuck. Let's move on to generators. So generators, your tip, what you are going to start trusting in is you're going to trust your joy. Manifesting generators, you have a bit of that too, of course. But generators, it's so pure. Trust your joy. Trust what lights you up. Trust when you are excited that good things will happen. This will put you into a state of trust. This will put you into that deepened state of excitement and trust that you're being led, that things are going to work out. When you feel good, you don't question things. When you don't feel good, you question everything. So feel good. Trust your joy. Projectors, trust your potency. What I mean by that is trust that, again, all that waiting that you do, waiting for the invitation, waiting to feel called, waiting to feel recognized, that trust that the more you focus on your potency in your energy, the more you recognize yourself, the more you focus on making your energy big in you, the invitations will come and you will start to see shifts. Just trust in that when you work on you, you're actually calling out for more invitations. Okay? And then reflectors, you're going to trust in your knowing and in timing. You are on a different clock than the rest of us, and you are picking up on things that nobody else can. Trust in the process of moving through the wheel. And when I say the wheel, the mandala, trust in the moon cycle. Trust in that timing, that all of your clarity will come in that time. And when you have it, trust in that knowing. Trust that you know things about the rest of us and where you are and what is good and what is not more than anybody else does. Trust in your individuality. Trust that you being different is a gift to everyone. So those are my tips for each human design type. I hope that you got something out of this. I hope that you got something for your type that you can take with you, that you can use today, that a little bit of an activation for you to go into this week, trusting a very specific thing about yourself or about your process. And I hope that this lasts you this week and beyond. And remember, if you want to join our podcast relaunch team, please go to the show notes. We have a link there for you to the page. You can also go to NicoleLano.me/podcast links. There are actually all of the links. You can bookmark that site. Actually, all of the links, so masterclasses, offers that we have, free guides, everything can be found there, just like Linktree, something like that, but it's not, it's off of our website. So go to NicoleLano.me/podcast links, and you will be able to join the podcast relaunch team and grab any of the free guides, the paid offers, all the things, book a reading. You can get that all at that page. So go over there, hop over there, and sign up for the relaunch team, because we're going to have all sorts of great prizes for you to win, and it'll be super fun. And maybe we get to meet in a reading or here on the show. Those are two of the prizes. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week, everybody, and I will see you in the next episode. Remember, you are only limited by the limitations that you accept. And when you stop accepting those limitations, that is when you become limitless. So go out there and be limitless, everyone. I'll see you in the next episode. If you are a fan of the show, love this episode, and want to stay connected with me and other entrepreneurs who are on their human design journey, I encourage you to join our free Facebook group, Human Design for Entrepreneurs. Go to NicoleLano.me/podcast links, where we can link you up to that Facebook group, as well as all of the current offers that we have going on at this moment. Join us over there. I hope to see you in the Facebook group, and see you in the next episode.